Hello, welcome to Texas Along with Mikhail, your source for Red Pill Truth. We are going to touch up on a topic that is going to really resonate with many people on all levels, okay? So we're going to go ahead and touch up on this, all right? Now, I need to tell you about a story. This mic going to hit home, all right? That when people start off in Hollywood, they start off in Hollywood, all right, so to speak. Now, on the same token, the man rose through fame in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and he grew his wealth to a substantial level. He grown. And one mistake he made, he got married to a woman who always went on a shopping spree. She shopped until his wallet went red and empty, and he was in the red ink. She still shopped. Then the bank foreclosed on his home, and he was living on the streets. Died broke, penniless. So when he was born, he came into the world with nothing. So guess what? When he left with nothing. But he had to pass on the debts to the members of society to pay, so to speak. You know, Ed McMahon's actions result in dire consequences. You have to be prudent with what you have. And also, I can't help it to bring up a verse of scripture in the Bible that says, one man took 2 talents and multiplied it, became 4 to 6 talents. So that verse of scripture referring to investing. Invest and watch yourself grow from that investment. Save and you will have it when you need it. Save and you'll have it. It will be there when you want it. Save. But yes, many people don't realize the implication of spend. Oh, we can't. Well, they have that little ghetto mentality. Well, you can't take it with you when you go. Well, that's true. But you're passing that debt on to another party who has to deal with it. And the point I'm trying to make to here is, what you do has consequences. Okay? What you do has dire consequences. So you can't go out and prosper off of misery. You can't build your empire on the back of misery and pain, because it will crumble. Let's take Diddy or Puff Daddy, whatever his slang name, or Sean Combs, whatever his name is, so to speak. Let's take Diddy, for example. He built an empire off of misery and pain and greed. Then the feds raid him. You cannot build fame and fortune off of pain and greed, because it will catch up with you later on. Ed McMahon, one of the well-known talk show hosts, he grew his worth to millions of dollars, his assets, his self-worth. But why was he kicked out of his own home? Why did he hold the bank money and didn't even pay it? Then the bank foreclosed on his home. They took his home. Then Amex, a credit card company, filed a judgment against him. Think about this. So you can't escape it. Well, you get credit. You misuse it, it'll come back and bite you in the backside. And remember, when you get into the loans, it's like a gerbil in a cage running on that wheel that keeps on rotating. You're not making progress. You're digging yourself deeper and deeper, deeper in the D word called debt. No, that is not the American way. That is the Rothschild way. They own you by creating more debt. What can we learn from Ed McMahon? Can we learn from this? What can we learn from this? What can we learn from this? So yes. So I'm going to go ahead and read some articles. But take note, he was Johnny Carson's sidekick. Ed McMahon was. So I'm going to go ahead and reload this, CNN.com. This is a 2008. This 6/6/2008. This was released in 2008. Okay. So here, let me go ahead and bring this up, all right? Let me bring this up. Sorry about that. There it is. Here we go. Let me go ahead and read this. So I'm going to go ahead and blow this up for you, okay? Remember Larry King? He was a talk show host. He often showed up on TV, got his ratings high. That's how he made his money. Pam McMahon spent money like there's no tomorrow. Wall Street Journal reported that Ed McMahon was $64,000 in arrears on a $4.8 million loan for a home in Beverly Hills, California. Of course, California is known as a millionaire state. And the lender had filed a notice of default. They're going to foreclose. McMahon and his wife Pam appeared on CNN's Larry King Live, of course, Thursday night. That's in 2008 to talk about their financial woes and other topics. Remember, you go spend. You can't take it with you when you go. Oh yeah. Well, have you ever heard that saying? You got to pay your bills. You got to pay what's owed. When you have that money, you got to pay what's owed. Don't go out on a shopping spree and go play scratch-offs or lottery. Some people would do stupid stuff like that, and they wonder why they're in a deep predicament. You wonder why they lose their self-worth, self-value. And I'm going to make a statement right here. Women start off happy when they, from 8 years old on up to 30, they start getting better. The fertility clock slams shut. Then they go into the 40s, 44, 45. They hit menopause. They start getting night sweats and stuff. Then they want to amplify their own value, their standards, that no man even bats an eye. Get it? Except some hormone Harrys want to come in and just tap it in and quit it and run. That's what kind of men they attract. And they ain't gonna attract no good guys that save money, that has built their castles. They ain't gonna lose half their in what they built. No decent man is going to wife up a dried up woman. You cannot drop an egg. They're just past their expiration date. Remember this. And Pam McMahon has passed her expiration date. She spends like no tomorrow. She fits the description for beta females, always shopping. Don't know how to save. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. In the payments you can't make, what's the problem? King said. Well, if you spend more money than you make, you know what happens. It can happen. Duh, it don't take rocket science to figure that out. You know, a couple of divorces thrown in a few things like that. Duh, that's why good men don't get married. Duh. And you know, things happen. You want everything to be perfect. Duh, there's no such thing as perfection. Divorce is a divorce incorporated. You got clowns and jugglers and jokers out there making money off the backs of the man. That's why men don't want to get married, because the laws favor divorce, rewarding somebody for breaking that contract, namely a female. By combination of economy, duh, anybody could have told you that's coming. I have a little injury situation and all that came together. Duh, that's a recipe for disaster, recipe for foreclosure, recipe for being thrown out on the streets. Yeah, you still got Medicare. Did you break your neck? I broke my neck and I had a fall. Duh. Has that stopped you from working? Oh, sure. What's a lame ass answer is that? You know, you can't work with this brace around your neck. I have to wear this. Well, duh. That's what the doctors who specialize in neck injuries would tell you. You're gonna have to wear that brace. They could do surgery, but you'd be high risk. King said, well, but Pam, the assumption is that the McMahons are multimillionaires. How much behind are you? 644,000, right? Is that what reported? If you're a millionaire, shouldn't you be able to pay this $644,000? Don't miss? Huh? Couldn't you just pay that bill and be done with it? You still would have money left over if you paid your bills. See, most people don't figure out. People don't figure out. Just because you're a multimillionaire, you don't want to pay your bills. What do you think the lenders are going to do? They're going to do a set-off. They're going to report you to credit. They're going to sell your account to collections. Then you're going to have bill collectors calling you. Always to stop those collections, you're going to have to pay that little fee. They'll buy that default account, pennies on the dollar. You pay that little fee and get that sucker off your credit, and you can have a fresh start by doing that. But also take note of this. He faces foreclosure on a home. Now, here's the woman's logic. I think over the years, it's just kind of combination. Maybe Ed working so hard and not kind of looking proper management, which happens a lot. No, it doesn't happen a lot. You were out shopping because you're a celebrity. People think you have a lot more than you have. Keep your ass out of the malls. Keep your ass from shopping. There's people out there who take your money. Pay your damn bills. Be done with it. Live prudently. And you want to take great care of your friends and your family. See right there? You see there? Do you see that pattern? You take care of your friends. You take care of families. Sometimes you're going to have to turn that faucet off on that. You're going to have to turn the faucet off on that money helping friends and families. Guess what? Ed got foreclosed on. Pam got foreclosed on. Who came to the rescue? Nobody. Nobody's coming for the rescue. You know, as my uncle once said, number one's got to take care of number one. Number one has to take care of number one. If number one don't take care of number one, then who does number one have? Number one. Number one. And you don't, I think, you know, we did not keep our eye on the ball. We made mistakes. No shit, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock. That was a big mistake you made. You went out spin, shopping. You could have paid bills. You could have helped your husband pay the bills. You squandered that money like it's going out of style. And King goes to say, are they foreclosing? Then Pam says, yes, they are. Duh, you go help families, friends, and then when you fall flat on your face, who is there to help you? Who's going to be there to help you? Nobody. And then King says, so will you lose this home? Then Ed goes, it is possible, yes. You know, when you go sign that piece of paper alone, you're passing that debt on to the heirs of your estate. Just because you became a celebrity and don't pay. Let me tell you something. You take a good look at Burt Reynolds. That man rose to fame in the 70s. 60s, 70s, 80s. He rose to fame. Burt Reynolds had movies series called Smoking the Bandit. There were 7 series produced. That man had it all, but it did not take care of his bills. And he lost his home. He lost his home. He lost everything. He became a poor man overnight and forgotten by society. Hollywood forgot about him as soon as he lost his backside. They forgot about him. They forgot about Burt Reynolds. Being a celebrity has its downside. I'm telling you. So I'm going to tell you something else. This man is embarrassed right here. And King said, Ed, why have you gone public? You know, you're trying to go sell sob stories. You ain't gonna get nobody to feel sorry for you. You're in the age of 80s, losing your home to a frivolous lifestyle. Your wife spin. Instead of paying that bill, you could have had your home. Could have had something to look forward to when he's dead and gone. But no, the choices that he made to let his wife manage the money, and now they ain't got no home. They ain't got no pot to piss in the window to throw it out. Well, I figured I wanted to, in a sense, to speak for millions of people, you know, mentioned facing foreclosure. I heard the figure today. I just couldn't believe it. Well, duh. Anyways, millions of people now face foreclosure signs on their house or nearby. I just want to give them hope, give them optimism. Look, pay your goddamn bills on time. Give them some kind of guidance. So do you think millions of people reading this article on a website is going to want to take your advice while you're losing your own home, right? Let me tell you something about this parable in the Bible. There were 10 virgins, 5 wise and 5 foolish. The 5 fools were told to do a specific set of instruction. They ignored it, enjoyed their treasure trove, when the danger came, they were lost. And God told those 5 foolish virgins, depart from me. I never knew you. And he told the 5 wise virgins, come on into my house where there's feast. So that right there talks about responsibility. You got to be responsible. You can't build your house upon pain and misery of others and expect to succeed in life, because you will ultimately fail. So, this here was put out. Housing crisis getting serious. Ed McMahon losing home and blaming Britney Spears. See, you blame Britney Spears all you want to. He defaulted on $4.8 million mortgage on a Beverly Hills estate, fighting to stave off foreclosure credit. Ed is not putting his feet up in retirement, though. He broke his neck, can't work. So the title of this is, you are responsible for your actions, not nobody else's. He fell flat on his face. No one can. Now, take note, no one is saving him right now, because they're having to worry about their own backyard. And many Americans put aside nest egg life insurance to raise cash. What happened when that cash is gone? You had nothing. So the title of this, there are consequences for your action. Well, Ed McMahon's money problems. Should we really care about millionaires in financial distress? Pam saw one as his wife. She should have paid the bills when Ed was unable to pay bills. Listen, if millionaires are going to lose their homes, think about this. There ain't nobody out there to bail them out. And as people said, no tears for Ed. And that was published in 2013. And this is a Democratic Chronicle. All right. Kathleen Wagner wrote this piece. I have no sympathy for Ed McMahon. Johnny Carter's former sidekick is $644,000 behind in payments on a multi-million-dollar Beverly Hills mansion, and the bank is threatening to foreclose. They will foreclose. They're going to take that house for what he owes, and they're going to pass that debt on to the other children to pay. Yes. And Ed has health problems and made some poor financial choices. See, all your money you made on the Carson show is gone. Too bad. That money you made, you could have paid the bills and paid.
Ed McMahon, a generous individual who has given.
So, I just need to go ahead and play this, all right?
Ed McMahon, a generous individual who has given much to others, lost his Beverly Hills home to foreclosure after owing approximately $644,000 in payments after a nearly $5 million mortgage loan. Additionally, American Express secured a judgment against McMahon for nearly $750,000 in unpaid bills, and a Washington-based company called Hicks Inc. claimed he failed to repay a $51,000 loan. In total, McMahon, who earned millions over his 50-year career, was in debt for almost $1.5 million. Surprisingly, McMahon, who was Johnny Carson's sidekick for 30 years, revealed he didn't receive residuals from the successful DVD box sets of The Tonight Show. Additionally, the 85-year-old had been unable to work since breaking his neck in a fall in 2008.
So you see, now here, see, Johnny Carson's show is not going to pay nothing. They made money off him already. They already paid him his money. But what he failed to pay the bills that was owed. Hope this is a lesson that other people can take and learn from. Choices have consequences. What you do with your money will come back and bite you in the backside. Choose how you spend your money and choose where it should go. And if you got bills, pay them off and be done with it, and save that piece of paper, aka receipt. Make copies of it, because your life will depend on it. And peace out.